Let's go through the best strategies to get the Dark Aether camo within Firebase Z. Going into this guide, you should have a base map knowledge for Firebase Z and a base knowledge of how to complete the Dark Aether camo. I will have both the full Firebase Z guide as well as the full Dark Aether guide linked down below, so if you ever get stuck on what you're doing, you can go check those videos out. This guide will also have strategies for every level of skill within the game. So if you're a really good player, you're going to want to use the harder strategies. And if you're a not so good player or a new player to the game, you're going to want to use some of the easier strategies, as well as depending on what weapon you're on, you're going to want to use the easier strategies. Because if you're working on snipers, odds are you're not going to survive very long camping in an area that has high spawn frequencies. There are two main types of strategies inside this guide. There's going to be camping strategies and training strategies. Camping are usually more efficient and you can unlock camos faster, but the downside is they are a little bit more riskier. Training doesn't go as fast, but you're less likely to die while using them. Each strategy also can be used for high rounds, so if you're wanting to go to round 100, just grab the wonder weapon and use any of these that are shown in the video. Everything will also fall under 4 different variables. Similar strategies, which is comparing them to older maps and older high round strategies used in older games, the difficulty factor, which is how risky they are, as well as the technical skill required. The higher the difficulty, usually the higher technical game sense and game skill needed to perform those strategies. Accessibility, which is how close are you to pack-a-punch, upgrade stations, salvage tables, perks, ammo, and things that can help you upgrade your arsenal in game. And the efficiency, which is how fast can you complete camo challenges. We're going to start off with the Colonel's office in the military command. This is a very similar strategy to the Darius catwalk, where zombies really only come from one location. The only difference between this and the actual Darius catwalk is there is one window spawn to your left while you're shooting out on the normal catwalk where all the zombies are coming from. And there's also another change that there is a window that you can use to escape from the Colonel's office if things get a little tricky. The difficulty of this isn't too hard. The spawn rate isn't super fast, and you're still being somewhat medium efficient in this strategy, killing zombies, getting camos done. And when the boss zombies spawn, whether that be the mimics or the manglers, they're super easy to kill. And if you get screwed over, use your special ability, either Aether Shroud or Ring of Fire, and try and get out of there as fast as possible by using that window. Also, on the lower rounds from the 10s to low 20s, you can also sit on the catwalk yourself and mainly focus on the zombies coming up the stairs. And then every so often you'll have 1 or 2 zombies come from behind, but it is very easy to manage solo. So if you're doing this with friends, you're going to be breezing through the camos. The next camping location is the spawn balconies. This is actually surprisingly really good. There is one spot where zombies can jump from behind you onto the balcony / overhang that you're on, but they will always land in front of you, and sometimes they'll glitch out and not even target you, so you can focus on the zombies coming at you first. Now this strategy is super accessible. You have Pack-a-Punch right below you, a salvage station right below you, the Wonder Fizz machine right below you, as well as an armor and weapon upgrade stand below you as well. So you literally have access to everything in the game, all within maybe 10 meters from your camping spot. This is a little bit of a higher risk strategy because zombies come at you extremely fast. However, if you ever get overrun, you just drop off the balcony, train the zombies, regroup them, and come back up to the roof. Now, there's one thing I recommend not running on your bullet weapons, and that is going to be dead wire. If you activate dead wire while running through the hallways trying to get back to the balcony where you're camping, sometimes the zombies won't die right away and they will act as a roadblock, trapping you, and other zombies will attack you. So don't run dead wire, and if your elemental pops accidentally activates it, use your special abilities to help you out, as well as equipment and score streaks. But other than that, you can do camo challenges extremely quick here. Weapons Lab is the last camping strategy, and for this you have to leave the door to the defense closed behind you. And this strategy is similar to the Moon Tunnel 11 high round strat, where zombies are really only coming from one direction. Now when boss zombies come in here, past round 25, it can get hectic, but if you have your Ring of Fire charged, you should be able to kill them and the zombies extremely quickly. If you have a chopper gunner with you as well as the tombstone perk, you pretty much have 3 chances at life. You'll have your self-revive if you're solo, your chopper gunner to pull out so you don't take any damage and all the zombies ignore you for a short time, as well as the tombstone where you can revive yourself once again. The accessibility for this spot is mediocre. You have the upgrade station right in front of you in the room, so you can keep buying your armor and upgrading your weapons with your salvage. And just outside in one of the tents, you do have an ammo upgrade station, but you're pretty far away from the teleporter back to spawn, and you're not really close to any salvage tables where you can build equipment and score streaks. The spawn rate here is also really fast, so I recommend having a high powered weapon paired with the wonder weapon. So if you're ever getting kills with a shotgun, LMG, assault rifle, tac rifle, you name it, and you get overrun, you can quickly pull out the Ray K84 and get yourself out of a sticky situation. The next strategy is going to be our very first training strategy, and we're going to start with the easiest one. This is going to be the helipad. I recommend only having one door to any area open from the helipad. I usually pick the door to the OPC area, which is the huge dome. That way to the barracks and the weapons lab, those doors are closed, so zombies won't be spawning from those areas. This will contain the spawns to inside the helipad area, making spawns just a little bit faster. The more doors you have open, the slower the spawn rates will be. This area is also massive, so even new players to the game should not have trouble training here whatsoever. This strategy is super similar to the Origin's Crazy Place training strategy, or even the D Machina spawn. It's so wide open, and you will never get trapped in a train unless you're training in a square foot area of 10 square feet. You do have tombstone within the helipad, as well as a salvage table for equipment, and the teleporter to spawn is right here, so your accessibility level is kind of medium. There is slower spawns in this large area, so the efficiency isn't the highest for doing camo challenges, but you do have that tombstone perk machine there, so as long as you can buy tombstone after you revive yourself, you pretty much have infinite self revives. The next strategy is the open lot, and this is super similar to the Ascension spawn room. Now in the gameplay, you are seeing the door to the helipad open just because that's usually the door I open if I go through the helipad and open up all the generators using the outskirts of the map. However, if you're using this strategy for training, keep that door closed and open up through the barracks. This will make it so zombies are only joining the train from a few different directions, and you have tons of area to correct your train, and you won't have anything blindsiding you from behind. This strategy does require you to be attentive for about the majority of the time, so you will have to be focused and getting your camo challenges done fast and efficiently here. And the accessibility for this spot isn't that good. You only have an ammo crate here, so if you do go down or need to repair your armor, you will have to do a little bit of running around the map to regain your loadouts and build yourself back up to being super overpowered. But while in this strategy, you are going to be flying through rounds and unlocking camos extremely fast. And the last challenge is going to be the barracks training. Of course, keep the gate to the helipad closed. In the gameplay, I actually have it closed because I'm a smart guy, and this strategy is also very similar to the Shadows of Evil waterfront strategy, where you keep the buyable door behind you closed and all the zombies can pile up and come from one direction, and you also have the zombies spawn directly to your left as well. So you can use the wonder weapon here for training for high rounds, but this is mainly for camo grinding. The difficulty is medium to hard here. Even when manglers and mimics can overrun you, you can run up to the control lab weird thing with the staircase, and there's a balcony, and even if you're red screen, you can still survive by jumping off the balcony, running through the med bay, and regrouping your train. Training here is a little bit more difficult and very chaotic, so higher skill players are really going to be the only ones using this strategy. Just like the open lot strategy, you will be getting tons of camo challenges completed a lot faster than you would in the helipad strategy. The accessibility, once again, is only down to an ammo stash, and if you go down, you're going to have to run through the map and regain your loadout and buy your perks back and whatnot. But if you're a good player and you're not buying perks back often or even going down at all, this strategy is going to be super fast for you to do your LMGs, pistols, combat knife, snipers, basically anything that can't hold down a camping strategy. Because Firebase Z is a huge wide open map, there are training spots everywhere. If you're a good zombies player, you can pretty much train wherever you want around this map. If you are training in an area close to spawn or close to the weapons lab, if you have good weapons, you might as well just run the camping strategies and not waste as much time. There is higher risk, but there is also higher reward. One thing I did forget to mention was the helipad strategy. You also can camp on some of the boxes, similar to the pawn strategy of D Machina. The only downside is the zombies climb up from multiple locations in this, so you just can't watch the one corner where you think zombies would climb up, because they would climb up beside you and behind you as well. I hope this guide did help those who are working on the Dark Aether grind and are also playing the new map because they enjoy it. Leave a like if you did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. There's no hard feelings. If you have a camo spot that you are grinding and getting lots of camos extremely fast that I didn't cover, comment that down below. Not only are you going to be helping others, but you will also be helping me because I haven't done my DLC weapons yet. Don't tell anyone. Anyway, yeah, subscribe for more videos in the future. I'm going to be having a video coming out very shortly within the next couple of days on what map is better for camo grinding, either D Machina or Firebase Z. Anyway, I'm about to head out, and if there is one, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.